Terrible advice you might have heard, seen, or learned. We're going to talk about why it might be terrible, and I'm going to help you on how to unfold it, if not explain why it might be terrible or somehow counterproductive. Never go to bed angry. Never go to bed angry. You've heard that before. Never go to bed angry. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why is that bad advice? Never go to bed angry. Well, let me reword it. Never go to bed without discussing what you're angry about. Does that mean you have to resolve it before we go to bed? Do we have to make up before we go to bed? Do we have to just ignore it and go to bed? No, emotions take time to process or feel or filter or acknowledge or learn or at least resolve, and everyone differently. So we're not going to figure this out before we go to bed. We have early morning. You have to take kids to school. Got an early meeting at work. I'm traveling tomorrow morning for work. You can't force something or someone to agree or move on from an argument right before bed. That's not realistic. So never go to bed angry is not realistic because you carry a lot of resentment and you carry a lot of just say it just to move on, or a lot of guilt because you're never really speaking your truth. You're more of holding things back because we got to go to bed. We got to go to bed. We have to figure this out and solve this now before we go to bed. I've heard too many discussions where how, again, it's more counterproductive to the fact that it's not true. It's not real. That problem's still there. So my advice is never go to bed angry. No, never go to bed without a discussion of why you're angry. ... Meaning, let's both acknowledge what happened earlier today. Let's both talk about, before we go to bed, what the situation's like. Okay. And we're going to go to bed because we're exhausted. We both have early mornings, but we still need time to process what I want to respond, how I want to react to the situation, how we're going to move forward from this, how are we going to learn from this. That's going to take time. It doesn't all come before bedtime. But again, what you want to do is never go to bed without acknowledging someone's pain, discomfort, someone's disrespect, someone's uncaring attitude about something. You want to bring that up. And know that we are going to get through this, but it might not get done before going to bed. It might take a few days. It might take a week. It might take longer. You might need to hire professional help. My point is, you want to be able to tell your partner in their eyes before you go to bed, saying, okay, this is going to take time to fix. This is going to take time to be resolved. This is going to take time to figure out what's going to work for the best of both of us. And I don't want to lie to you, and I don't want to rush it because we got to go to bed. I want you to be honest and even admit that you might be a little scared or nervous or shy, hesitant to find this solution, but you know you're committed to this person. You know your vows are speaking the truth. You know you're loyal to your love to them. So you speak on the fact that, okay, we're going to get this done when we can. But obviously right now, tomorrow morning or this week or this weekend, families in town, it's going to take time. That way you have a compassion, you have a compromise, you have an actual understanding that I want to figure this out with you. I'm not going to let this go by. I'm not going to forget about it. But right now in life, tomorrow morning, this week, this weekend, traveling, family in town, school is overwhelming. And so when you force each other to have resolutions on something that might be really painful or hurtful for someone differently than the other before we go to bed, not realistic. It's not realistic. And that's why I like to add a little more. Never go to bed angry. No, never go to bed angry without discussing where you both stand on why you both are angry or why one person's angry. And understand it's going to take time. It's going to take a little effort more than just a bedtime talk. If it's something small, then it's great. You guys resolved it. Time to go to bed. Let's go. Let's make up. Make up sex. Now, awesome. If it's something small, beautiful. Why not? But usually if it's something a little heavier, something a little more, not toxic, but let's say challenging. No, it's going to take time to resolve. And before 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., before you go to bed, whatever time you go to bed, don't lie to yourself or force yourself or even settle for the idea. We'll just rush right through this because we can't go to bed angry. No, I want to make sure you know that we're going to get through this, and this might take us a few days or a week or maybe even more. But I'm here for the commitment. I'm here for you. My name is Coach Andres. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.